After years of helping travelers over 60 deal with airlines, I've learned one thing. They're almost always sitting on cash that belongs to you and quietly hoping you never ask for it back. I mean real money, refunded straight to your card, not a travel voucher. Today, I'll walk you through 8 refunds you're owed and the exact words to say to claim each one. And stick around for number 3. It's the one almost everyone leaves sitting right there at the baggage carousel, never once knowing it was theirs. Quick note before we count them down. Every refund here comes straight from the U.S. Department of Transportation. These are federal rules, not favors the airline is doing you. And in 2024, those rules got a lot stronger, which is exactly why so many travelers over 60 are owed money they've never claimed. Remember one thing the whole way through. When the airline owes you a refund, you are owed cash back to your original card, not a travel voucher. They'll almost always offer the voucher first because they're betting you'll take it and forget the rest. You don't have to. So let's start with the first one, refund number 8. The 24-hour free cancellation. Let's start with the easiest money to get back. When you book a flight directly with the airline, the Department of Transportation gives you a full 24 hours to change your mind. Cancel within that first day, as long as you booked at least 7 days before departure. And you get every dollar back. No penalty, no fee. This fits exactly how a lot of us book. You grab the fare before it disappears, then sit down and double-check the dates with your spouse or your family. If something's off, you've got a full day to undo it for free. The catch, it usually only applies when you book straight with the airline, not always through a third-party site. Your defense, book directly when you can, and if you need to cancel, do it inside 24 hours and ask for the refund in writing. And if you booked through a third-party site, check their cancellation window too, because it's sometimes shorter than the airline's own. Magic phrase, I'm canceling within the 24-hour window under the DOT rule. Please refund my card in full. Refund number 7, when they change your flight on you. Now, here's one that quietly costs people hundreds, and it's buried in an email most of us delete without a second look. The schedule change. You booked a comfortable mid-morning flight, and weeks later, the airline quietly moves you to a 6 a.m. departure, or adds a long extra connection you never agreed to. Under the Department of Transportation's rules, if the airline significantly changes your flight and you don't want the new one, you are owed a full refund, not a voucher, your money back. Here's how this usually goes. The traveler sighs, accepts the worst flight, and never realizes they could have said no and gotten paid back instead. A schedule change like that can easily be a few $100s you just hand back to the airline. Your defense, read those "We've updated your itinerary" emails carefully, and if the change doesn't work for you, decline it and request a refund. This still counts even when the change lands in your inbox months before the flight. A change is a change. Just know the flip side. If their new flight still gets you there close to your original time, they may not owe the refund, so weigh it before you decline. Magic phrase. This is a significant schedule change and it doesn't work for me. I'm declining the new flight and requesting a full refund to my original payment. Refund number 6, when they bump you from an overbooked flight. And this next one? This can be the single biggest check of them all. Airlines routinely sell more seats than the plane has. When too many people show up, they bump someone, and if they bump you against your will on an oversold flight, the Department of Transportation says they owe you cash compensation on top of getting you where you're going. For a long delay getting to your destination, that compensation can run up to 4 times your one-way fare, into the hundreds of dollars, paid by check or cash, not a voucher. Here's how this usually goes. At the gate, they'll offer a flight credit and hope you take it, when the law may owe you far more in actual cash. Older travelers get targeted for this because they're seen as less likely to push back. Your defense, if you're bumped involuntarily, do not accept a voucher on the spot. Ask for the written statement of your rights the airline is required to give you. Magic phrase. I was involuntarily bumped. I'd like my DOT denied boarding compensation in cash and a copy of my passenger rights, please. Refund number 5, the canceled flight cashback. Okay, this one you really need to hear because it's the refund people hand right back all the time without even knowing it. When the airline cancels your flight, you have a choice. Take their rebooking or take your money back. The Department of Transportation now requires that refund to be automatic, in cash, to your original form of payment, whenever you don't accept the alternative they offer. Here's the trap. At the gate, they'll hand you a voucher or a rebooking and make it sound like that's your only option. It isn't. If their new flight doesn't work for you, you can walk away with a full cash refund instead. Your defense: when a flight is canceled, decide what you actually want. And if it's your money, say so clearly and don't let them default you into a voucher. If you can't get a real person on the US line, and lately that's half the fight, try calling the airline's overseas number like their UK line, and you'll often reach a human in minutes. And watch one sneaky move. If they keep calling it a long delay but quietly move you to a different flight number, that's really a cancellation, and this cash refund rule kicks in. Magic phrase: my flight was canceled and I'm not taking the rebooking. I want the automatic cash refund to my card, please. Actually, pause and type that one into your phone notes right now. Refund to my original form of payment. Those few words are what turn a voucher back into your cash. Quick gut check before we keep going. Every refund still on this list is money the airline is quietly hoping you'll walk right past, so let's make sure you don't. Do one thing for me: grab the free printable of all 8 refunds and the exact word-for-word scripts linked right below. Then stick with me, because number 3 is the big one almost nobody claims. Refund number 4, the delay that sets you free. Here's another one almost nobody thinks of. You can actually turn a long delay into a refund. When a flight is delayed so badly that it no longer makes sense for you to take it, the Department of Transportation says you can choose not to fly and get a full refund. Picture a connection that now means 5 extra hours in the terminal, or a delay that makes you miss the whole reason for the trip. You are not stuck. You can decline to travel and get your money back instead of white-knuckling a trip that's already fallen apart. Here's how this usually goes. People assume a delay just means waiting and never realize walking away with a refund was on the table. Your defense: if a delay guts your plans, don't just wait it out at the gate. Ask about the refund option before you commit to waiting. And if the delay is weather, the airline may not owe you cash, but you can still ask for meals, a hotel room, or a rebooking, so always ask. Magic phrase: this delay is significant and I've decided not to travel. I'd like the full refund I'm entitled to, not a voucher. Refund number 3, the bag fee refund almost nobody claims. Now, number 3, the one I promised you at the start, your checked bag fee back in your pocket. You paid to check a bag and then it didn't show up on time at the carousel. As of the 2024 Department of Transportation rules, if your checked bag is significantly delayed, the airline has to refund the fee you paid to check it. Roughly speaking, that's a bag more than about 12 hours late on a domestic trip and longer on an international one. Here's why almost no one claims it. They're so relieved the bag finally turned up that they completely forget they paid $30 or $40 to check it in the first place. That fee is refundable, but only if you ask. Your defense: the moment a checked bag is badly delayed, file the delay report and separately ask for your checked bag fee back. Those are 2 different requests. Magic phrase: my checked bag was significantly delayed. Under the DOT rule, I'm requesting a refund of the bag fee I paid. Refund number 2, paid for something you never got. And by the way, you can even get your money back for something you paid for and simply never got. More and more, we pay extra for little things: a specific seat, Wi-Fi on board, priority boarding. The Department of Transportation says if you paid for a service and the airline didn't deliver it, they owe you that money back. The Wi-Fi was broken the whole flight. That's refundable. You paid to pick a seat, then got moved to a middle seat in the back. That's refundable too. These are small amounts on their own, but it's your money, and across a couple of trips a year it adds up. Your defense: keep your receipt or confirmation for any paid extra, and if you didn't get what you paid for, claim it after the flight. Magic phrase: I paid for this service and didn't receive it. Please refund that charge to my card. Refund number 1, the money hiding in an unused ticket. And the last one might just be the sneakiest of them all, a refund hiding inside a ticket you never even flew. Here's what most people don't know. Even on a non-refundable ticket, the taxes and certain government fees built into that fare can still come back to you if you don't take the flight. When you cancel a non-refundable ticket, the base fare might turn into a credit. But those taxes and fees were collected to be passed to the government, and if you never fly, you can ask to have them returned. It's real money sitting inside a ticket everyone assumes is a total loss. Your defense: if you have a non-refundable ticket you never used, don't write it off. Call and specifically ask for the refundable taxes and fees back. Magic phrase: I didn't fly on this non-refundable ticket. I'd like to claim a refund of the taxes and fees, please. Here's the part that makes all 8 work. The airline is counting on 2 things: that you won't know the rule and that you'll accept the first thing they offer. So do the opposite. Ask in writing whenever you can. An email or the airline's message form beats a phone call you can't prove later. Name the rule. The words Department of Transportation and refund to my original payment change the whole conversation. And if they still say no, you can file a free complaint with the Department of Transportation directly. Airlines take those seriously. Here's a quiet one a lot of people miss. If you paid with a credit card that includes trip delay or cancellation protection, you can file a claim with the card company too, completely separate from the airline. Remember the 3 that most seniors miss? The bag fee when your luggage is late, the cash when you're bumped, and the taxes on a ticket you never flew. Every one of those is your money, not the airline's. Knowing what you're owed is powerful, but refunds are only half the game. Because the same airlines quietly keeping your refunds are also quietly giving away perks, if you know to ask. I put together a video on 11 free perks airlines will hand seniors who simply ask. It pairs perfectly with what you just learned. It's on your screen right now. Give it a watch, and I'll see you there. Safe travels!